Welcome back, Guardians. This build took me by complete surprise. The champion clips you are seeing on screen are from GM Nightfalls. Yes, just me, casually immobilizing champions and killing them before they have a chance to regain health with a primary. This Strand Hunter build has got me 4 out of the 6 GM clears with minimal fuss and doesn't require much setup, just a certain hand cannon with its new catalyst and some luck. It's super effective in Grandmaster difficulty, meaning you can use it for any content. It has no real weakness. Blood, sweat and tears go into the making of my videos, so slap that like button if you do find this informative at any stage. Let's begin. Let's go over the exotics first. Malfeasence has long been a weapon, to say the least, but boy, it's strong now. Taking advantage of the recent hand cannon buffs to damage and the new catalyst, it can put out some serious damage. Getting 5 shots off on a target causes an explosion, which can stun unstoppable champions and kill most red bar tanky combatants. On champions, this hand cannon is now very strong, as it can now roll vulnerable weapon if you have the catalyst unlocked, allowing it to do a further 20% damage to them and bosses alike. The catalyst also grants a decent range buff, allowing the weapon to do a lot of damage even from mid to long range thanks to the explosions it produces. That's just the base weapon in the current sandbox. Pairing this with Lucky Pants just makes this one of the most ridiculously powerful primaries in the game. Lucky Pants on readying a hand cannon allows your hand cannon to gain damage stacks on landing shots with it, all the way up to times 10, and each stack grants a 60% damage buff, which goes all the way up to 600%. The duration of the buff doesn't last long, but thanks to Malfeasence being a 180 RPM weapon, you will hit times 10 in a short space of time, allowing it to absolutely wreck champions and bosses in the hardest of content. In other words, you will have a 600% buff for 2 to 3 seconds before losing it. The explosions from Malfeasence don't inherit this buff. This combo is just insane. Overloads and Unstoppables when stunned can't get back up in time to either regenerate health or become immune when you get this combination going. Having kinetic surge mods and paired with the seasonal artifact perk, Countercharge, your Malfeasence will gain even more damage when stunning champions, with the buff increasing based on the amount of surge mods slotted. My advice is to slot 2, as you'll want space for a recuperation mod for all pickup. Strand is absolutely goated for this build. It will allow you to counter champions with ease thanks to suspend abilities, stunning Unstoppables in the process, stop stunning barrier champions, and with any trace rifle equipped, alongside the Overload Trace Rifle artifact perk, you'll have an Overload counter too, allowing your Guardian to be able to deal with all 3 champion types, essential for any GM build. I would go as far as saying it doesn't even matter what heavy you run, as the Malfeasence will be doing most of the damage for you. Don't believe me? Try this build in Gambit for a laugh. We will take a look at the Strand setup in just a moment, but first, if you are finding this video informative at all, slap that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe. It's the best way to help out the channel. From a Strand setup, you'll want the Shackle Grenade for suspend capabilities. Aspect-wise, you will want the original 2, being Widow Silk, which grants an additional Shackle Grenade, and Ensnaring Slam, granting you yet another suspend ability when using your class ability mid-air. For fragments, Thread of Continuity enhances the duration of suspend. Wisdom will grant Orbs of Power when defeating suspended targets with precision shots, which feed into your kinetic surge mods, and also grants Woven Mail when warding fragments are equipped. Finally, Generation will give you grenade energy for simply damaging targets, giving you a consistent source of shackle grenades. We did mention earlier that it doesn't really matter what heavies you use. Whilst that is technically true, by slotting a Strand heavy, you can not only do even more damage with Malfeasence, you can help your fellow Arc and Void users do more damage to targets. Strand Soldier in the 4th column grants Unraveling rounds on Strand weapons when picking up Orbs of Power, whilst Improved Unraveling in the 3rd column does, well, improve Unraveling. Finally, Conductive Cosmic Needle in the final column allows Arc and Void abilities from other Guardians to do bonus damage to Strand debuff targets. In other words, your Sever melee ability, suspend abilities, and unravel from your heavy. In the footage, I'm using a Caraxis grenade launcher, but the new Muna machine gun is just as useful. This build is just nuts, borderline fun as makes Lost Sector runs a piece of cake, even on Master, and can easily get your GM clears for the Conqueror Seal and Gilding. If you haven't tried this out yet, you are missing out. Have done so, let me know your thoughts on how this matches up against other GM builds. That's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and drop a like for that algorithm if you find this informative. For those of you that made it to the end, a massive shout out to you, as I'm just over 100 hours from becoming eligible for the Partners program. Next up, as decided by the recent votes, a distant pull. The sniper rifle review I promised in the video before this. TLDR, don't bother using it in PvE. it will be a PvP only review. Thank you for watching. This was Plasma Alchemist. Until next time, see you later.